Welcome back to Song of Six Builders. I've been letting it run a little bit in the background here, just kind of letting things work its way through the system, working on that nudist title. We have a protection offer. The sea is deep, water brother. I hereby bestow upon you the great pleasure of meeting me, Valkis, the beast. Me and my water brethren come from a far-off land, and our mission is to spread joy and peace to the whole of Six. As you well know, the world's full of shady, dry people. That's why we want to offer our services to protect you. All we sea brothers ask in return is a small compensation from you, Wave Maker. What do you say? Under his eye, Valkis the Beast. We are going to decline that offer. I do notice that we are a little low on Warhammers. We probably need to start building some actual weapons. We're going to get attacked from this. And we're going to be slightly underarmed, unfortunately. Luckily, we have the weapons at least. Yeah, another smelter here. We're doing okay on iron. I think we looked at this before, but we need a tech to be able to make better weapons. Where were you? Not the bows. Mining, refining, industrial goods. No, none of those. Where are you? We need the weapons. It's gonna be these, I think. Let's search the the Falcata unlocks faction Smithy Falcata. Requires fine crafts smithy. I wish it would zoom me to where that's coming from. Fine crafts smithy. Here we are. Falcata, so we need this, which we do have. Okay, so we could make our Falcatas right now. Yeah, we were talking about full plate armor and Falcatas. You would need 10 innovation, and I do have 10 innovation. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes to that. So I'm assuming that these are made at... Yes. Falcatas are here. Do I want to change one of these over? I think the answer is no. I think the answer is no. But what I do want is another one of these. Yeah, I think we're going to place you down here. And you're ever so slightly wider for some reason. That's interesting. All right, we'll go ahead and play that there. With the plan that we're gonna start actually using that. And making real weapons. And hopefully real armor relatively soon. But I don't want to keep making Warhammers. They're just kind of makeshift weapons. So let's move up to something better. It's not going to help us for the current fight, though, unfortunately. Oh. Wait, was this the wall that I missed? Maybe I've discovered it. Apparently, I just missed all kinds of pieces over here, weirdly enough. Well, here you go, guys. You can have a wall. How generous is that? Well, that'll probably help a little bit. Hello, you forgot to pay. Prepare to die. This is ill news for you indeed. Perhaps you should have paid the ransom. Now prepare for an attack. Sure. Now I gotta remind myself what we need to do here. I don't think we need to do anything. Basically just need to give them a second to start their attack, and then we set our people up. Yeah, battle mode. An enemy host stands gathered south of the city preparing for assault. They will attack at any moment. If they reach the throne, it's all over. Our scouts report 69 soldiers attack. Okay, let's see if we can do as good as we did last time. All right, we've got our 4 groups. All right, we learned a lot. And this is them. Traitorous brothers. How dare you. All right, we also know we want tight formation. On guard will maintain formation, stay on the defensive. That's okay for now. When soldiers are in position, they'll break and go into chasing. No, we don't want to do that. Soldiers will start running in their current direction until they reach the enemy or obstacle. Okay, we may do that when we get close. Or am I not allowed to? Yeah. Oh my goodness. I still think these controls could use some work. All right, so I'd like you to be here. Start. Now I would like you to go there. Let's do it, boys. Okay, so we have like column marches. Oh, are we getting shot? Interesting. Okay, no, pause. Okay, you attack that. That's not what I want. You attack that. Okay, so not bow. I think we were getting shot though. Not bow. Bows. Okay, so you. Not doing what I want you to do. You come over here. You come over here. You attack that. Nope. That's fine. You attack that. Okay, I think we're gonna have one of these units try to flank in here, and I'm gonna have one of these units try to go get the archers. Alright, we'll try the charge there. You. That. You. Attack that. And loose formation is better against the archers. Okay, you guys get in there. You guys get in there. Alright, hopefully that's gonna work out well. Charge! Alright, this is what we think of your stupid bows. Alright, well, some amount of murdering is happening here. I think we're winning rather well. Yeah, they're trying to stay in, like, formation to shoot, I think. I guess that's another thing we could consider. We could try to get some bowmen. That may not be a bad idea. Maybe switch one of these units into bows. I don't think we're stellar at it. Maybe I should double check how good we are. I know the not elves are much better at that type of thing. Alright, we seem to be doing pretty well. Alright, this unit, hang on, they're heading towards my throne, guys. Charge! Please take them out. That's all I can say. Please actually take them out. Alright, you guys, tight formation. They'll break in and chase the enemy. Okay, let's go ahead and break formation. I want them to actually be fighting. That's not what I want. Attack that. Stop. You. Break formation. Get out of guard. Attack that. That's my throne. Looks like we're okay. Kinda, maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, a bunch of my armies have retreated. Alright, can we take these guys out? I feel like this set is actually winning, but that's because we're fighting against the, not range people. Or against the range people, not the melee people. How can I tell? Yeah, you're the enemy. There are 40 of you. They are formation attack, exhaustion, flanks compromise. I like that. Battle wariness. Supplied, taking casualties. You say flanks compromised. I'm not sure that's the case. We got absolutely rocked by these other ones. Although there aren't that many left of them either. 41 of us left. Uh-oh, here come some of the melee ones. And we are routing defeat. All right, I'm gonna hit restart. Let's see does that actually let me redo the fights? The left-right controls make absolutely no sense to me on the mouse. I have no idea what the thought process was beside designing that. Okay, so we want to deploy up here. We are gonna stay in loose formation because we know we're gonna get shot. We will start. I guess I could move via this. That does not feel right. All right. Come up here. That's not right either. All of you, come up here. Go ahead and go. I don't know why this guy's not specifically giving me a choice. Okay, we want you guys are gonna fight those. You guys are gonna fight those. And you, I want you over here. And you, I want you to attack those. Okay, let's try to do this better. So here, guard mode. When in guard mode, soldiers will maintain formation in battle, stay on the defensive. I don't want to be on the defensive. We need to actually, like, nope. We need to actually, like, fight. When soldiers are in position, they'll break it and go and chase the enemy soldiers or rioters. I'm not gonna do that. I think that's what got me in trouble. Okay, you march to here. March to there. We're gonna basically try to flank them. Okay, pause. What is going on with you guys? Are you still fighting? You're in loose front. Let's actually bring your formation into tight. And you too. You are supposed to be fighting those. Which in theory you are. They're getting in position. Okay, let's continue. Alright, then you guys attack that. And I want you to charge. Alright, we hit. Break formation. You guys don't need to be in formation. Do be into tight. Okay, I feel like this is going better. I feel like this is going a lot better. You guys, yep. Chase them down, boys. Go ahead and tell them to charge. They're gonna get exhausted doing that. Get them. Charge. Good in melee. I'm just concerned they're moving towards the throne, and I'm not really doing much about it. Alright, we're on the archers. I think this is just fine over here. What's going on down here? I guess we're okay. Get into tight formation, attack that. Oh, do I have two? I have two groups here. I see what's going on. Excuse you. All right. Why do we? That's supposedly bad. All right, get in there, guys. I don't know what was going on with that. A little weird to me. All right, one of you march up here. We'll do that. All right, and you guys, I guess we're gonna go ahead and break formation to chase. Maybe that's what I need to do in a situation like that. Okay, and it looks like we killed all of these ones. All right, good. All right, it looks like we've broken the formation of those other guys completely. Oh, no, there's still somebody here. All right, go ahead and break formation and just kill that. Okay, you guys. It looks like they're all running. Let's go ahead and get back in formation. Come up this way. Okay. This is obviously a lot better than the first time around. Somebody asked if there was a tutorial. I don't actually know. If there's not, my god, does it need one. Luckily, I guess just my fumbling and willingness to do a restart there probably is for the best. Okay, I would like you to attack, charge, break formation, stop charging. Okay, we scattered them. Yep, we do have a fight going on down here still. All right, we good up here? I think we're good up here. You guys, come down here. You guys get back into formation. I can't quite tell who's who, which isn't stellar. All right, you guys. Yeah, I really want right click to be my orders, like, you know, most games. And so I keep left clicking to select, and then I right click to tell them what to do, and it unselects them. Very strange choice of controls. Right, let's just speed this up, I guess. We actually got defeated down there. They are obviously way better than we are. All right, attack that. Actually, let's just take a second and get ourselves into order here. Get our lines made. Looks like they're coming to me. Okay, we would like to attack. And we'll go ahead and charge them. Okay, that seemed like it was all right. It's hard to tell whose blood's on the ground because it's all blue. All right, you guys march on down. Looks like we got the archers pushed out. Okay, so like what is going on here? So they like pulled away from me despite the fact that we should have been fighting them. You know, they're like skirmishing with me, kind of. Yeah, they're supposed to win. I guess there's a countdown. Okay. All right. Those No, no, no. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these controls, man. Not winning any awards. Let's just put it that way. All right, give me... Apparently I'm not allowed to select on that? What's going on here? I like that. No, no. I want that unit. I want that unit to come down here. I am struggle bussing with these. I am struggle bussing with these commands. Both of you come down here. You guys go there. Yeah, like, why can't I just left click to move? Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I have to have them selected, and then I have to, like, give them a fresh formation, which feels just really weird. Man, these troops, man. There are 9 of them left. They are at melee training 80%. And they have 98% experience. That is why we are getting dominated. Can I tell what gear you have? Just leather armor. 4 sets of it. So yeah. Comparable gear, way better experience. You guys. Let's see what they want to do. I kind of want to wait for my other guys to catch up if they're willing to just sit. They are not. So they are charging. Let's try go to defense mode. What does that set us up to do? Okay, then we take that off. Okay, I would like... Oh, come on, guys. I need you guys to hurry. We're gonna get piecemealed here. Hopefully we can just tire them out if nothing else. This last group that we have... Okay. Oof. Oof. That was rough. That group killed 31, they killed 9, and they killed 6. Alright, we'll definitely take that, but my goodness. I think that just goes to show we have a long ways to go on that training. Enemy was beaten. Rejoice, spoils of the battle will soon arrive. Do you wish to accept the captives? I will accept the captives. Well, we will probably just free them, but that's okay. Raider defeated. The once mighty Valkis the Beast lies dead at your feet, O mighty one. This will send a powerful message throughout all of 6. In addition, his personal treasury was found and looted by our men. A total of 409 and 9.975 was found in our treasury. Okay, so take me out of that mode. Okay, another piece of feedback. So you don't use periods in American English for commas for large numbers. So that was 400,000 and whatever amount that we got, not 409.8. That should be a comma, not a period. And yes, I do know that in British English, I believe they do it that way, but it's math, not maths. It's just, yep, nope. It should default to the language that you have your computer set to, is the real thing that it should be doing there. Okay, well, that was excellent, and we have some money, which is doubly excellent, which means probably a big import of eggs coming in, hopefully. 200, boy, those are way too expensive. No. No, let's bring that price cap way down. We're overpaying for that. Import. Yeah, for these two, hopefully we can make something happen, even if it's just a little bit. Okay, and we were working on... Yeah. Working on a new place to build weapons. You are building leather armor, that's okay. We're full of storage for it, though. What are you storing? more ore. Do I need to store ore here? I'm gonna say I don't need to store ore here. I will give that another click, but what I really want is gonna be plate armor. A large double-handed blade that causes a lot of slash damage. And Falcata. Short sword capable of inflicting both piercing and slashing damage. There we go. Store those weapons down here. Okay, our stone is still a major problem. We're probably processing too much is kind of what that's probably telling me. So let's actually fire this workshop for the time being. Are you fully employed? No. Alright. That'll free up a little bit of labor. I need my stone to go up. We can upgrade our markets, we have the tech, but I can't get to 12 stone. I tried for a while, and I just could not save up to 12. Just every time we got even remotely close, they would use it up. Also, I don't think I showed this. I went in and I changed our laws a little bit. We had people who were waiting to be enslaved or executed, and I don't have those, and we don't care about those. So instead, if you were supposed to get those punishments, you've instead been moved over here to the imprison. So hopefully, let's actually see how full up we are. We are full. We are full. Vandal. Now, are you guys coming out of the stocks? Is that what's happening? No, the stocks are right here. Maybe we need some more stocks. Law stock. Might be able to fit one more of those. Alright, we'll just put one there. Roads. Alright, we'll do that. Obviously, I need a little bit more justice here if we have people just sitting around. Yeah, they did come back in the night. It's good to know. Or those ones had served their sentence, one of the two. $13.50. Yeah, boy, that was... Remember, when people die in battle, those are our actual, like, workers and whatnot. Those aren't just nobodies. So, that is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Okay, do we want to go fiddle with that a little bit more? So here... That was not the right spot. Here... Edit. Okay, so we are telling them to gear. Let's go ahead and we're going to go up to 40% training is the goal. We may need some more training grounds to even remotely get close to this. But we'll make do with what we can. Yeah, we only have 83 soldiers and 5 recruits. Youch is all I can say about that. I don't dare make more though, because we're already having so many problems with labor. Another thing I was working on, I don't remember how much this was on camera. I went around and added some more bathrooms just out and about. I want to say it feels like that's helping. I do see people using them, and in my mind, maybe they're not walking all the way back to town when they need to use the restroom. So maybe we're helping ourselves a little bit with the round trips. I'm not entirely certain that that's the case, but I'm hoping. Yeah, looking good though otherwise. Just, we're kind of in this hump. Where like I really need like a new service or good to like make people want to move here, and it's clothing. It really is. I know I'm harping, but it just really is. I just need that to happen. Yeah. I also did... Oh man, another accident. We'll also lose a lot of people to that. I did change this up that we could store a little bit of fiber because we're not storing it. It looks like we could even do more. I'll tell you what. 3 less of those, 3 more of those. And an upgrade here to make even more room. I just don't want it to rot away. It just feels really bad to do all the work to grow something and then not to actually get it in. And then we're set up to haul stuff from here up to there. Hey, that was in the 20s. Maybe our stone's actually getting vaguely close. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I bet. Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet you we hired in. Okay, I don't want that. Give me 5 people. And I want you to make falcatas. Yeah, we'll work on replacing our warhammers with falcatas. Also, wouldn't be a terrible idea. Maybe we won't fill with it now, but later on, maybe let's have like a recruits squad, and they'll be relatively low trained, and then they'll have spears. Also, hang on a second. Isn't there also shields? Or does that just count? Get me back into this. Is a shield something I need to tell them to equip? That's archery training. Yeah, that is. Where do we make shields? Doesn't seem to be here. Is it a wooden thing? It is. I bet you that would certainly help. We're doing okay on furniture. Let's... Let's change one of these places over to make shields for a little bit. And then over here... I'm going to take a few boxes away. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll store some shields. That probably also is part of our problem. I didn't realize that shields were a separate thing. For whatever reason in my head, that was just part of their armor that they were getting equipped with. I bet you this is going to help a ton. I like the military system outside of combat. I mean, I'm sure it's just something to get used to, but those controls are just, oh my goodness. I'm gonna be a little insulting for a second, but have you played a video game in the last 20 years? Like, left click is generally select unit, right click is generally give orders, especially if you're gonna do combat a la a Total War-esque type control scheme. Like, it's so weird that left click both selects and gives orders. Plus, unless I'm missing something, you can't just take your current formation and tell them to move somewhere. You have to re-drag the formation, which is weird. Which is very weird. So I don't know, maybe that's old curmudgeon babble, but that is very strange. Another accident. My goodness, guys. My goodness. Okay, I do like to see that there's actually some beds made. That's a good sign. That means cloth is making it down here at least sometimes. Maybe it would be worth... Not getting enough food here either. Is the food okay in the stores? Yeah. It's okay. You're okay. I bet you, yeah, I bet you we need another... Let me have another food stall. I'm betting you we're having issues with that. Now this is gonna have its own problems too. Go ahead and get a road here. They're also kind of saying that they don't have enough speakers. Maybe that's another low-hanging fruit. Maybe we add a couple more speakers out and about and see if that helps. There's only one person to employ. Where is your speaker? He's way up there. We'll add one over here. No, we already have one over there. All right, we'll add one here in kind of a weird spot. I don't think I want one over here. Well, no, I don't want one over there. All right, we'll see if that helps a little bit too. The coverage on that wasn't looking stellar. Yeah, this is the markets. Coverage is all right. I'm kind of starting to think we might need another one over here. Went red a little bit. Democratic whispers. A weird political ideology is spread among your most educated subjects. Democracy. It seems to offer no advantages compared to despotism, that you can see, but your citizens seem to think it has merit. While the movement is in its infancy, it would not take much to focus it on other more deserving despots, but doing so will harm relations with them. Alternatively, their intellectual leader, Chukshu Bone Dust, could be removed, which would resolve the situation. Focus them outward, ignore them, disappear their leader. We'll focus them outward. Convinced that you are on their side, a despot of the people, your subjects encourage others of nearby Empire of Sands to think about a change in leadership. This thinking is quickly discouraged with finality, and further attempts at gaining more support were unsuccessful, except at gaining more enmity of your person. Alright, well, they can be mad about it. Again, if I could just get this to stay above 12 for a minute, we could upgrade our markets. We're really struggling to do that. Okay, we are hiring up. Let's even increase that some more. 12 people were injured. Oh my goodness, it exploded. That was horrible. Okay. I think I'm gonna add... pause. We need logistics. Give me a hauler. Can I get a hauler? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's hire some haulers. This place is really struggling with getting enough stuff down here. I'll let them build those before I start assigning things. Okay. Give me fish. Demand. The great nation of Orduruk. Well, 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 I bid you greetings, the great fool of Closed Realm, ruler of rulers. What a joke you are, utterly pathetic. In fact, your existence insults me. Pay up or I'll come over there and smite you personally. Unfortunately, this is a real one. So we will have to accept that. That sucks. All right, vegetables. No point in trying to bring eggs down here. We'll bring cloth. What else do we need in here? Leather's probably not happening, let's be honest. Stone and cut stone is probably as good as it will be. Furniture seems to be okay. Wood seems to be okay. All right, I think we're not going to assign this one. We'll leave that one alone for now. All right, we'll see if that'll help. 10 dudes are obviously not letting this work. Now, for the... Well, no. I hate when it grabs onto people when you're not meaning to. Okay, let's actually assign. So, you are supposed to get fish from the main fish warehouse. I see that also seems to have a logistical issue at the moment. Yeah, maybe we need to do some logistics hunting here. All right, the main vegetable warehouse. Cloth, main cloth warehouse. All right, what's going on with our fish warehouse? We're empty. We have tons of it. It's just not getting here. We have 5 people who are supposed to be delivering. I guess let's double that. You may also collect from anywhere. All right, we'll see if that helps. Just because I added the jobs, though, doesn't mean anyone's going to take them. Vegetables. Okay. You. Pulling from I'm not entirely, like, some of my places are just fine, and they don't really need to be told about that. Some of them don't seem to be just fine. All right, that should be you. It's gonna obviously take time before that becomes fixed, so we'll hopefully see some work on that. I want to see this fabric get grabbed. Yeah, we have 10 workers here, so you think that we would see this grabbed relatively early. We need, yes, we need to turn that on. I forgot. There we go. And instantly. Okay, perfect. All right. Yep. 8 people are trying to work this. That's because they're not getting enough from here. I'm going to let them go for now, and we'll see what they do. You also want 8, apparently. They're probably walking up to that other warehouse. Don't have a good solution for that. I'm very concerned that we're not getting stuff here. Capacity reserved must mean... Okay, so that means those are the people who are on the way. I just want to see what happens with that. And you're grabbing from the hauler, which is what I do want, but there's nobody currently working the job. Somebody's coming and taking the fish. Okay, what I don't want is it to be this guy. Are you in range of that? You're not. And this one definitely shouldn't be. There's a chance that these guys are being really stupid and pulling those back. It's fine. Let's lower this to make sure that's not in range. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure that they're not hauling them back and forth. I think if you're going to allow them to pick up from work sites and not just designated spots, you probably do need to change those radii. Okay, we got 1,000 rations. That's probably way more than we're going to be able to use at the time. Okay, we're trying to sell some stone. We did set a minimum price. That's fine. Ditto with furniture. Yeah, we really need another trade partner. That's what's killing me. We're selling a little bit of meat. Okay, give me another sell spot, I suppose. We're gonna sell off some rations. Hopefully those are gonna be worthwhile. The thing is, what does it cost me? What's the exact recipe? 0.03 of an herb. No, 0.13 of an herb to add to the meat. So the herbs actually, if I used bread, would be a lot more efficient. Although they'll make less. I don't know. These are complicated ones. Okay, so let's just do some rounding here. Let's say that 10 herbs... No, 1 herb would make 10 recipes. Like, 1 herb makes like 9. So if that was 9, that'd be 27 rations. If I was gonna sell rations here... Where are you? Rations. The price of rations is about 70. So 70 times 27, that'd be 700, 1400. Okay. That would make me a profit. So I need to make sure that we keep that price up there. Is 70 an acceptable price? I guess so. For now. This makes sure that I can at least buy the herbs to make more, plus a little extra. I did very rough napkin math there, so if I did that totally wrong, let me know. Herbs are just stupid expensive. Very, very expensive. How bad are we at farming herbs? Maybe we need to do a little more deep dive here. Herbs and opiates we are not getting enough of. Okay, so just like with vegetables, okay, we're just as bad and we're just as bad. Okay. Needs must though, I think. Because we're not getting enough of either one. That's a science problem though. I wonder what the demand for rations will be like. Okay, so the combined buy capacity of your trade partners per day, how much that you currently sold? Once the capacity is exceeded, the faction will add tariffs to your sales. All right. Okay, so they bought a little bit of meat. Yeah, we really just need more trade partners. I don't, this is really is what it is. All right, how we doing here? All right, we already have 28 swords. I like that a lot. Okay, so to that end, you guys, we're gonna say, apparently you're not even equipping anything. That's interesting. Go ahead and try to do swords. Accept. Oh, I can't do warhammers and shields. Okay, you guys are gonna have the warhammers. You guys are gonna have warhammers. I don't have enough of these other ones built anyways. And you guys, I'm gonna try to have swords. Okay, so we'll have 2 sword and shields, and then we'll have 2 warhammer groups. Oh, and we were also gonna look at how good or bad we are as archers. Battle. Increased ability to attack. So we're good at attack. We're not stellar at defense. Ability to avoid attacks, block armor when... Okay, so we're good at like actually hitting. Ability to parry attacks, reduce damage with block armor. Charge. Increase defense and parry in an intact formation. We're not good at formation fighting, I guess. The force of the attack, force multiplies damage itself. Okay, so we hit really hard. We absorb damage, okay. Okay, damage modifier, this one you see. Okay, so bow skill, we're not good. I assume 1 is even. I assume, or maybe 0 is, but either way, we're not stellar. What I would like to do at some point is do some cavalry. A flanking unit would be really good. We could look at, yeah, a war beast pasture. We're not misery at it. Breeds mighty war beasts, or Findilon, as it is proper name. War beasts can be used for mounts for your soldiers. We don't have the capability of that at the moment, though. Our workforce is just shot. We are back up almost to the same pop as before we got attacked. That's something, I guess. How is it that I keep increasing? I mean, I think I've increased this by like 20 workers, and yet, I don't feel like we're making any progress on this stone stockpile. We also turned off one entire mason shop. It's just interesting. Leather's another one that we just cannot keep in stock. But I don't think I want to go any further with leather. I think it is what it is. By the way, we did spend all that money. I wonder what we bought. What did we buy? It wasn't opiate. Maybe it was a bunch of herbs? I can't imagine we spent 400,000 on herbs. Was it eggs and then we just instantly ate them? Interesting either way. Okay, they're below sell price. They must have bought some. That's okay. We're gonna be patient. There's no sense in selling things off if we're not gonna make money. Yeah, look at this. They want to pay 37. We're selling for 40. We have a little bit of stone finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, so market. No, not. Why was that a person? It was a human. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so here. Quality goes up by 33% for fancy markets. Which apparently we don't have. Oh, I don't actually have 12 stone, I think, is the problem. And the number in parentheses is what I actually have. Maybe? Fancy market. Did I misread that and we don't have fancy markets? I could have swore that we actually did. We do have fancy markets. Upgrade 1. Okay, because we were heading towards the inns is what we were trying to do. Which we are nowhere close to. We are nowhere close to. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Finally. Congratulations, you've earned the right to style yourself the nudist. This title originates from certain mad despo in the far north. Banning clothes really cuts down on unproductive lingering outside. With this title, your subjects will do their best so as it does not come to that. In your next playthrough or resettle, you'll be allowed to select this title to boost your game. Races unlocked, Amivias. Each race you unlock this title with will boost its to more potent by 8.3%. Current boost, it's a speed boost, and somebody said that this was a hidden heat and cold resistance also. It kind of sucks that I can't turn that on for a current playthrough, but that's fine. Okay. Good. I'm so excited I can't even think. Okay, over here. We are no longer going to be producing leather armor. We are going to go to clothes. We are no longer going to be exporting clothes. We're going to turn that off and we're going to fire the person working it. We are going to apparently build a road that I'm missing a piece of right there. And we are going to allow our subjects clothing. Access. Clothes. You want to go all the way to 6? I don't know about that. Let's just do 1 for now. And we'll get started with that at least. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, then... this is going to be a market good. Is there a way to change the settings of all of a certain type of building at once? Like, I would like all markets to be able to deal in clothing. Okay, those are food. There's my market for clothes. Down here. Market for clothes. You feel like you probably need another market over here. You know what? I mean, I think we're gonna need some more services, so I think we're gonna make this another spot. Or maybe we make it up here. That'll be fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get another food stall. Do that. Yeah, we'll let those go in there. All right, that also... No, don't that. That also means I'm gonna need clothes in here now. You see the problem that we're having. Clothes. Okay, and then up here in this one. Resource. Clothes. And over here. Settings. Clothes. I'm almost starting to think that these generic warehouses were too small. I don't know. And no fish in this one. That's exceptionally worrisome. What are you pulling from? Warehouse 4. What is warehouse 4? Okay, you're a food warehouse. Don't do that anymore. I know why that was that way, but let's not. Get fish from there, get veggies from there, get eggs from there, and get things from elsewhere. Let's shrink your range. I will let you pull from just any of these. That's fine. Yeah, I guess that'll work. We'll see if that actually happens or not. Okay, and then nope. Here, let's increase the clothes that we can store. I think we're gonna say no more leather here. We had leather there because we were doing stuff with it. We'll go over here. Okay, the rando place. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will add leather to here. There you go. Yeah, leather's... I don't know if we can get leather. And we're not even close. We would need to actually be making, like, real money before that could really be a thing. Yeah, we need that... Man, getting that tourism would be nice. Just for some pure cash income. All right, how we doing? We've already got some clothing in there. We're storing a lot of cloth here. That should not be the case. Let's pull that down. You get 1 click of cloth. I want this to mainly have, and we probably should have a warehouse down here for cloth. Oh, I did have one that had... Okay, well, you definitely are never going to fill up. Let's change you. You're not going to be doing leather. Instead, you're going to be doing a bunch of cloth. It's fine. Yeah, I guess that's okay. I'm very concerned about these fish. That is not a number that is going up as much as I would like it to go up. I feel like it's retracted, actually. If I come over here... I would need the advanced fishery upgrade. Let me into tech again. We had a couple discussions on these. Where is the fish stuff? So here, we've done some of these techs, and people were saying they didn't think that these were worth our time at the moment. Fishing tools. Unlock this text will result in 8.3 more workers in the affected industries. 0.33 per... That just doesn't seem worthwhile either, does it? 7.3... 66.5. But I think I need to work my way through all of these in order for that to actually happen. So I guess that's not worth it? Seems very strange to me. Global and pasture advancements. 8 yeah, those just aren't big enough numbers. They just are not big enough numbers. No, I don't think we want that either. We really need some more service type stuff. So, medicine, posh relief, and healthcare. The insane asylum might be a thing. We needed rations for that. We do have the rations now. We do have 14 crazy people. Maybe. Where's my... So we do have people in here working. Workload's low. That's good. I do really feel like you guys are not putting in enough beds. I guess they have some... Yeah, we have 4 people working here, though. I would expect all the beds to be made, basically, is what I'm saying. If 4 people work here, why do you guys not get those beds made? We have 300 cloth, so it's not like cloth is not available here. It's very strange to me. Okay, good, good. Maybe we've worked our way through whatever crime wave we were having. Showing a lot of sick people at the moment. Nobody here. Not available opiate. No servants available. Insufficient workers. We have workers. Okay, so opiates. Opiates are becoming a problem. I think healthcare is my lowest hanging fruit at the moment. Let's look again. What do we need? What do we need to farm the opiates? 20 innovation. Okay, let's make that happen. Can we do that via hiring? And the answer is yes. Let's just full employ this. We are getting as much as we can from here. I think we're gonna need to import some clay. We have a little bit of cash at the moment. That's nice to see. Import depot. I don't really want it here because I kind of want more science stuff in here. We could put it over there. Yeah, I think I will. All right, good luck finding 5 stone, apparently. Clearing it out. Maybe we'll actually be able to get 5 stone. Maybe. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the crunch here. Another accident of the workforce. I really do hope. Do we have clothes arriving? No. All right, let's also drop in a hauler. We'll have that be clothes. You close. I want you specifically to get your clothes from here. I wonder how ridiculously expensive the clay is going to be. Yeah, we're not currently getting anything selling at the moment. Our prices are just horrible because we only have the one dude to trade with. I'm also a little concerned that we only have 85 soldiers at this moment. We don't even have 2 groups. Okay, you, I would like to import. Let's actually pause. Play. 20 is the current sell price. All right, at 20. No, that's minimum treasury. Yeah, I don't care about that. Price cap, I do care about that. 20. And then how much? Here. Okay, so you will currently import 49 now. We need like way more than that. Yeah, let's like 600. If you could. We'll see if that actually happens or not. No work is within. That's fine. Yeah, so we won another battle, which is rather good. However, lost a lot of people, which is bad, obviously. I also see we're struggling with coal a little bit. We're probably gonna need another coal spot because we are full employed here. Okay, that's gonna be a problem for next time though. we are going to be using our innovation to start some domestic opium production, but that'll be next time. So I think the herbs and the opiate are going to have to happen. Once we can have some better trade routes, I think we could probably get rid of them as inefficient industries. But for the time being, I feel like we're just losing a lot of people that we don't need to be losing, and we're struggling with population a bit. It's been a couple episodes that I've had 1,500 be our target, and we're not getting there. Or we're getting there very, very, very slowly. So I think we're going to make some improvements there. All right, as always, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave a like on it. If you're not subscribed, I hope I've earned your subscription. I'd love to have you in the comments or maybe join me live. And as always, if you want to support the channel, check out the memberships here on YouTube. There's a Patreon if you just want to leave a tip. You can always leave a super thanks on a video particularly enjoyed, or consider joining me live for a super chat. Either way, thanks for hanging out. I look forward to any suggestions or tips that you have. Definitely could use some. Hopefully, the clothing, which we'll distribute out, will be a big help. And I think it already is starting to be a help. And we'll probably be expanding our clothing industry, but again, people and workforce is a problem for us at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to fix that more and more as we move on. All right, I will catch you in the next one, builders. Babel out.